because I'm not going to hear the.
Oh, I'm
Come
on.
on.
Hey, hey. It's me now. Hi, Facebook Live.
Yes. Thank you, Omies. Thank you, Facebook Live. Thank you, comedians. Thank you, for 10 years of grooviness and service and weed. 10 years. Oh my God. Hey, I'm Shelly Smith. I have been doing this comedy show, I guess, at least 9 years. Are we still playing Prince? Are we doing that? We're going to try. We could just to see how hard it can be for me to concentrate after not doing comedy for 4 months and smoking a lot of weed just in case I happen to remember anything. Don't want that. I just keep that music going in the background just to fuck with me. No, I was thinking about it. Like I've been coming to I knew Mark and Keith, and the guys that opened it since 1996. Were some of you guys not born yet? Oh my God. I was smoking weed with them when you were preconception. Preconception. But just in the last 10 years, so much has changed. I was thinking like I've really grown up with this place. Like the climate, the marijuana legalization climate was so different 10 years ago, you know? And if you were out somewhere and somebody said, "Ooh, I think I smell weed," you would go, "Oh, yeah. I think I know what that smells like. I hope they don't get in trouble," And then about 5 years ago, well, I was probably a lot more comfortable. I was already doing the show, but it was still like, somebody would say, "Oh yeah, I think I smell weed," and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know what that smells like. Yeah, I have friends that work in that. This is good for you, I think. Yeah." And now I come straight from working at a weed farm all day long in the same clothes that I've been digging through weed plants in for like 10 hours, 3 days in a row. And I go straight to Office Max. I don't give a shit. So when somebody's like, "Do I smell weed?" I'm like, "It's me! I'm covered in it." There's probably a big enough chunk stuck on my shoe that you could just roll up right now. I could just shake it off my limbs and and if you get up in there, if you're really smelling me, you smell that like sweat and joy that comes from just like hanging out with weed plants all day. It's me. It's me. So that's changed. What else is new? Well, there's been a pandemic for 4 months. Has it been longer? 6? It's weird, right? It was weird for me to put on these clothes. Like you guys have been working, right? You guys have all been working. Okay. I've been working, but like either from home or in a field, So putting on these does this look normal? Does it look like regular? You know what I mean? I was like, is this how it goes? Like you put on the top and then the shoes, like it was weird, And I was just thinking, even the era, Connor and I were going like, "Oh yeah, I talked to you about a couple weeks ago about coming over, right?" It was probably more like 2 months, right? A month and a half. A month. I don't know how much time has passed. I'm all messed up and all the weird things I've been through. Have any of you just had like weird quarantine phases? Like, sad phase, social justice phase, horny phase, like just like, and then every once in a while a super cool creative phase, like yay. Like I've been working on creating this like alternate world where all the people in this country aren't whiny bitches. It's so cool there. It's nothing like this world right now where there's some whiny bitches. But I am probably on the less risk averse of the people that do you have some people in your life that like haven't even left their home in months or they're scared of everybody and they're pissed off at everybody and they think you're trying to kill them even if you want to say hi, right? Some of those people. And I'm on the other end. I'm not like in everybody's business, but I'm feeling like we can hang out. Or we should wear color coded shirts. Like green shirt would be like you can hug me. A yellow shirt would be like ask permission before you take your mask on, and a red one would just be the I'm afraid you're trying to kill me. Like, wouldn't that be really helpful? That's not a part of my reality. Like, I just thought of it, but let's look into it collectively. I think that'd be super helpful. Um, but some things have been kind of normal. Like my niece had a baby, my friend Jill had a baby. Wouldn't it be weird right now? A baby born into this time, right? So weird. But they're not really going to know anything, right? That's not going to be the weird thing. The weird thing I think is kids who are like teenagers right now, starting off, they're launching their life, you know? And I was behind a student driver the other day, and I knew I was because there was a tag that said, "Be patient, student driver." Did you see this? Yes. And I'm like, "Really? That's that that's what you're trying to be patient." But do you think that's really going to help that fucking kid? Like that how is that going to help him with the world that he is entering right now? Student driver, so be sure to ride his ass and make super unreasonable demands of him and then pull up beside him, play music he doesn't like, and then judge him for not doing everything the way that you would do it. Like, that's how we should treat this kid, right? Just to get him ready for the world. That's my service to this kid. I want to meet him and be like, here's how it's going to be, kid. Tell me something you're really excited about, and I'm going to judge the shit out of you. And then just leave you alone for a few months in solitude and see how you sort it all out. That's what's happening. So I I have been so probably the biggest risk I took was I decided to do Tinder for a couple weeks and I had a conversation about it. And and that's really weird because not only are you meeting a stranger, like everything about it is dangerous. Not just like I might catch a disease, but like why would you meet up with a stranger during a snowstorm late at night? I mean, not a snowstorm, during like a rainstorm late at night. And this guy, so it was weird. There's been good things about it, but this one guy was telling me how disappointed he was in a lot of the women that he met because they were all using filters, and all you guys are young, but you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean by filters? Like, okay, I wasn't aware that people use filters, right? And he goes, "Oh yeah, these women show up," and he was showing me pictures like this was her filter picture. And then this is what she looked like when I met her, This is this woman's filter picture. She's like, "You look like your picture." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, what do you think? What do you think I expected? Like, I saw a torso and a dick, and then you show up with this face, a mouth, filters. I clicked on a torso and a dick. Where's that guy talking about honesty? right? He's he's the one not being honest, right? And I should stop doing that. I did cut myself off after 2 weeks. It was a nightmare. I wish I could flash that one picture that I showed you. Ron, I'll show you guys later. Sorry, Facebook Live, you don't get to see the picture of Ron. And me describing it just would not be fun. What else? Student driver, do. Um, we do have a really great show. I'm so excited. It's been so weird. Just one of the things I have not missed, it's weird, but I haven't missed FOMO. Do you guys know what I mean by like the removal of FOMO? Like fear of missing out is a stressful thing. When everybody's posting like, look at all the partying I'm doing, look at all the cool things I'm doing. But the last 4 months, no foam, no foam, nothing. It's like, guess what everybody's doing? Nothing. and but the thing I have missed is stand up. I've missed seeing the people. I've missed being in a live setting, even though it's totally nerve wracking, even though it feels totally weird to be back. I have really missed just the raw kind of show. You can watch shows online, but just having you guys here is so great, and having live comics here. And it's a really great lineup. Like, if it was regular times, you guys would have to pay millions of dollars to see these three. No, it's a super great lineup, and it's a treat. And so let's get started. So get it going. Let's get the energy up. Okay, so I'm very, very excited about this first comedian we have coming up. And she actually is going first because she's hosting her own show in her yard tonight. And they do that fairly regularly. So you can tell them a little bit more about that. And she's very involved with the Independent Comedy Club in Hamtramck, which is a great club. When it comes back online, you got to go check that out. It's awesome. And she's just really funny. So let's get her up here. Connor Meade.
Thank you. Give it up for Shelly for being the best. I love her. I'm like, I don't know if I should look there or look over here. This is weird. This is what I love it. Yeah, my full name is actually Connor Mackenzie Meade. And I don't know if any of you noticed this, but I'm not an Irish man. I felt like when I was born, there was a voice in my mother's head, like the category is Irish realness. And then out came me. It's living my life like that. It's fun though. I don't really mind it. I used to hate it when I was little. Like once I had a teacher yell at me, like, "Did you switch seats with a boy?" I'm like, "You think I talk to boys?" I don't know. It didn't work out. I just got in a little trouble for no reason. But yeah, I'm not an Irish man, but I'm like a little bit of an alcoholic, but like the fun kind. Uh, I don't know. I try to quit drinking, but I have this horrible oral fixation, which is just not as sexy as it sounds. It basically means if I'm not eating, drinking, smoking, or talking shit, I don't know what to do with my mouth. I end up like biting all of my nails off. I literally got these so I would stop biting my nails off. Like now I just stab myself in the eye when I get the temptation. But but like yeah, I'll bite my nails and I'll be biting my lip, and I've like made eye contact with people while biting my lip, and they think I'm flirting until I just rip off a piece of skin and eat it. it's it's gross. Nobody thinks that's cute, and if they do, they're weird. But yeah, I guess speaking of bars, I was in a bar this one time, and I feel like every bar has that one regular, like old guy that just hits on every girl that walks in and is super creepy. He was just going down the line, hitting on every girl, getting rejected. Eventually made his way to me. It was like 2 a.m., so I got a little desperate. And right off the bat, I'm like, dude, fuck off. Get out of here. And he goes, wow, you're going to say no to me? Uh, I don't know if you know this, but I could bone any girl in this bar. And I was like, dude, I think I've seen a Roomba read a room better than you can. It's not happening. Anyways, I went home with him. It was a great time, but uh, no, I didn't. He wasn't hairy enough, you know? I love hairy men. I don't know what it is. It's a hair. I don't even want to see their nipples. I just want hair. I want them to look like they came running out of the woods, like, what year is it? Then I'll be like, it's 2020, get back in there. Stay in the woods, you're safe. Please don't come out. I guess I'm just gonna say it. I have a hairy ass. I don't know. Maybe that's why I like hairy guys so much. I don't want to be less hairy than me. But yeah, I have a hairy ass, and I feel like I like give those vibes off. Like you just look into my eyes, like, damn, look at that big hairy ass energy. Like that's where I get all my confidence from, really. But yeah, like I've tried taking care of it before. Like I've waxed, but you know that shit's so expensive. And then I've tried shaving, and then it feels like you're sitting on sandpaper for like 2 days. So now I just kind of make people deal with it. It's like, you know what? Whatever. Like have fun back there. Like just don't look at it. And but I feel like obviously they're gonna look at it and then they're gonna think like, wow, it's like I'm fucking my dad. And then I'm usually pretty disappointed in them also. So I feel like their dad. It's just weird. But luckily, I'm bi-curious. I guess I was like bi-curious for a really long time, and it took me so long to get bi-serious about it. Like it was ridiculous. It's a really long time to like buckle down and knuckle up. Like so long to strap in and strap on. Like it was ridiculous. I was just like, I was afraid of a few things, I guess, coming out. First thing, I was afraid I was going to be like, hello, ladies. And then they would be like, we don't want to fuck you either. And that would just suck. The second thing is I'm afraid that fingering another woman was going to kind of be like, I don't know, driving in England. Just super familiar, but backwards. Like, I'm going to go in there, make a wrong turn. That's going to be awkward. All right. I guess I'll start talking about my dad after that. All right. Don't judge me because I did not choose to be born, but my dad's a cop. Womp womp. It sucks. It really sucks. It's made this time very awkward. You know, I was at one of the protests and I threw something back at the cops, a gas grenade, whatever the hell those things are called, and hear a nice throw, kid, and then I get pepper sprayed in the face. It was my dad. No. That didn't really happen. I mean, I was there. My dad wasn't. He's like one of the lazy cops who are about to retire. He doesn't even count, I don't think, anymore. But yeah, it sucked growing up with a cop dad though, because I was always like a punk kid that went to punk shows. Everyone's like, yeah, ACAB, fuck the police. I'm like, yeah, even though my dad just dropped me off and paid for me to get in. I was like, thank you, Officer Daddy. This happened there in Mosh or whatever. Like no one ever wanted to be friends with me because they all thought it was a snitch, as if like it works like I don't know, like an oligarchy, like when he dies I become a cop or something. He like passes down the gun or whatever. But no, that's not how it works. But yeah, they didn't want to hang out with me, but I thought, you know what, screw it, it'd be fine. When I grow up, maybe I'll like be able to get out of speeding tickets. It's gonna be cool. Wrong. Got my first speeding ticket, asked my dad for some help, and he goes, Connor, I can't do that, that's dishonorable. And I said, Dad, we're not samurai. It's cool. Just shoot your buddy an email. Shoot him an email. Cops love shooting. So maybe help someone out. I don't know. I wrote that way before this, like everything is happening. So I'm like, damn, this is just getting realer. Yeah, my mom sold weed for a while. So that was weird. She's like, don't tell Dad. And that was a part of my life. So like if she like didn't get me, so there'd be time. I mean, they're divorced. It's not like they live together and it was like cop and then we'd in the basement. But that'd be fun. That's a sitcom right there. I think it's actually just Weeds, that one show. But yeah, like she didn't take me to McDonald's, be like, Mom, I'll snitch. And she just like beat the shit out of me. No, I'm kidding. She would never do it. My mom's nice. Some of these are new. I'm trying to mix in some new stuff, so it's not all smooth sailing. Oh shit! I forgot to do my drug joke before the cop dad joke. Well, yeah, I don't really like it. I don't want to do it. I love when they say like when you die, you haunt in the clothes you're wearing when you die. So I'm just waiting for the day where I get haunted by a guy wearing one of those targeted Facebook ad shirts that are just like that just say something like, "If you're a tourist and you love Ford trucks and your wife's hot, but she's a cunt," like one of the. He's just like gonna come sneaking up into my room, like, "Ooh, all lives matter," and it's like, "No, get out of my house." It was my house first. I don't know. That's how ghosts work. I don't know. I'm just gonna like buy some trucker hat, ironically, and he's gonna be a part of it. But oh man, what else? The cha-cha slide has been stuck in my head my entire life. Anyone else? It's never not in my head. It needs to be like cute and fun. Like I'd be like in the grocery store and I'd be like, to the left. Take it back now, y'all. Like one up this time. But now it's like the timeline is so dark that it's just not appropriate anymore. It's like, oh, your friends are dying from a disease. Oh, the whole world shut down. Oh my god, police brutality. We have to start marching. Everybody clap your hands. And this is it doesn't make the sound because you can't hear it, but maybe they did at home, the viewers at home. Man, this is fun. This is so much fun. Thank you so much for having me. I don't know how long I've been going, but I'm gonna keep going until Shelly kicks me. Has anyone here watched Tidying Up while they're locked away in their homes? Because it's a great show. Mary Kondo, Tidying Up. It's all about like cleaning and organizing your space. It's super cute, and she has this certain steps. And her first step is to talk to your house to get the energy of it. And I didn't do that one because I feel like that's how you get ghosts, and I don't trust that. But don't like ghosts. But the second thing is to go through all your clothes, sort through them, and try to organize, or throw them on your bed and sort through them. And I did that. I collected every single article of clothing that I owned, threw it on my bed. Now, every night I sleep next to a giant pile of clothes in my bed. And you think after all this time I would have finally hung it up, but no, it's the most stable thing in my life now. I'm in love with it. I threw a dildo in there. It's my lover. It's here to stay forever. She said she says to keep things that bring you joy, and it does every night, and I don't feel lonely. What's more embarrassing? Someone walking up to you and going, "Hey, you got a cum stain on your pants." Are you correcting them and going, "No, that's ranch dressing"? I don't know. I feel like I should have been like, "Yeah, it's cum. I feel like sometimes." Not, "Oh, he's eating chicken nuggets alone in my car." And spill. Oh, this is fun. What else? I have a new phone, so I'm missing like all of my jokes, and I don't remember how to be a comedian. So I'm just figuring it out. I'm horny. That's on there. Let's check that one off the list. If you haven't noticed it, if it hasn't been obvious, I'm constantly wet all the time. It's really a problem. Like this is a little outdated, but if you could have like tied a rope around my waist and dangled me over Australia during their forest fires, we could have saved a lot of kangaroos. Is all I'm saying. Listen, ultimate supply. I'm like thinking of moving to California to become a pipeline if that's possible. I don't know. I'm just gonna lay down and it's like flick a nipple and water your plants. I don't know. They'll figure it out. Like Nestle will not stop calling me. It's really a problem. I don't know. It's bad. That's bad. That's that joke. I'm sorry. It's so gross. Oh man. I think I'm gonna do one more if that's okay. I don't know how long it's been. Time is not real, but yeah. Everyone hates the sound of their own voices, right? That's like a common thing. Do you think that's why God stopped answering our prayers? Do you think there was one day he was just like, "Hello, my children. Ooh, wow, is that what I sound like?" I was just gonna tell you it's okay to be gay, but never mind. And now we're stuck in this hellscape. All right, I'm Encounter Me. Thank you so much. Bring Shelly back up here. Thank you. Oh wait, one thing. People at home, follow the fuck. Why can't I think of my house show? It's not Independent Comedy Club. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Sorry, Johanna.
Johanna Medranda, can you go on, if you're watching, can you go on the own Facebook page and post it? Because Connor just totally dropped the ball in front of millions of viewers. Oh my God. Keep it going for Connor Meade. Yes. It's called what? Honorary Mention is the house show. Look it up. It's in Ferndale. It's in Ferndale. Is that right? Okay. Yes. So that'll be going. It's tonight, but you're here. If you're feeling crazy though, then in an hour, drive to our house. Can we give out your home address? Just kidding. We won't do that. But look up Honorary Mention. Okay. So super excited about this next guy, one of the funniest peoples I've seen in the next peoples. That's what I said. One of the funniest guys I've met in the last 2 years, probably, and does a lot of children's shows, a lot of Christian shows. Squeaky clean. Hope you guys are comfortable with that. No, actually, he just told me really exciting. So tomorrow night is the first night back for Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase, doing anything. And he's on that lineup tomorrow night, which will be live streamed. So you guys get a little sneak preview. So let's give it up for Jake Barr. Woo, woo, woo,
Thank you. Hell yeah. It's going to be live streamed on Facebook. There will be less people there than there are here tonight, so who the fuck knows how that's going to go. It's good to be here. I've never performed in a marijuana dispensary before. I smoke weed sometimes, but I feel like I'm going to be the first person that it kills. I just feel that's kind of apt. Like, whenever I hit the blunt next to my friends, they're like, this is it. Like, I'm going to ruin it for the entire world. It's fun. I like rap music. You like rap music? It's good. It's fun. Hell yeah. Good shit. I think I like rap music too much because at this point, the only reason I want normal hands is so I can make gang signs. Like, whenever I'm listening to music with my friends, I'm like, there's no way this looks like a gun. There's no way they know. I think rap lyrics are really funny. I listen to this one rapper. His name is Y&W Melly. I think he killed a couple people, but like his music's okay. He has this one rap lyric that I've been really obsessed with lately, where he goes, I shoot the man, I spill out his guts, she eat the dick like some Pizza Hut. And I think that's wonderful. Because like rappers are always comparing like their penis and their sex game to something crazy. Like there's a rapper who I heard a couple weeks ago go, yeah, I put the dick in her pancreas. And I'm like, that's way too much dick. Like a dick shaped like the letter Z. Like I don't. So rappers are always compared to something grandiose. So when he's like, she ate the dick like some Pizza Hut, I'm like, well, she ate the dick, but like it was pretty average. Like the establishment was filthy, and she also just saw murder, so it's pretty bad. I live in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I live a couple blocks away. I live in a co-op. You guys are in Ann Arbor. You know what co-ops are? It's basically just a smellier frat house, but you know there's like smart people that live there sometimes. Not me. I live with 12 other people and only 2 bathrooms. Haven't shit once. Lived there for 3 years. I can't take that kind of risk. How much toilet paper 12 people go through in 1 week? Our entire budget. It's all paper products. I have 12 roommates, but I have 1 roommate, as a 21-year-old man. I got to experience the joy of bunk beds with another man for the first time. I don't know if you guys ever had bunk beds before, but what's the one thing you want? The bottom bunk. You need the bottom bunk. Are there any top bunk people here? Legends. You're taking a risk I will never be willing to take. Are you not afraid you'll fall off and die? Or are you just you don't move a lot in your sleep? I move a lot in my sleep. I punch in my sleep, I've been told. Anyway, but I wanted the bottom bunk. And I was willing to do whatever it took to get the bottom bunk, no matter how depressing I had to make it for my roommate. For example, I moved in for the first day, and he had already said stuff on the bottom bunk, but he left his number, and I'm like, I'm going to shoot him a really creepy text. I think I made the right decision. I texted him, and I go, hey, buddy, this is going to sound kind of weird because we haven't met yet, but my hands are kind of fucked up, and I can't climb to the top bunk. Can I have the bottom bunk? I think that was a pretty solid text. Like, how's he going to be like, nah, I don't give a shit. You better find some better hands, bitch. No, but he texted me back, but like one-upped me at the same time, you know? He texted me back and he goes, yeah, man, you can have the bottom bunk. By the way, my name's Donatello. I'm like, touche. Have you ever heard someone's name for the first time? You're like, what the hell is that guy going to look like? Donatello. I'm picturing either buff painter or talking turtle somewhere in between. I just needed someone my speed, you know. I needed a weirdo. I can't have some buff dude, you know. I need a lanky, creepy looking dude like me, you know, someone I can banter with. And then in walks a tiny, sweaty kid carrying a life-size model of a human skeleton. And I'm like, you're perfect. Oh, I love you. And I go up and I'm like, hey, man, I'm Jacob. Nice to meet you. And he drops the skeleton and it shatters. And he was like, I'm going to be honest. Kind of thought you were fucking with me about the hands thing. I'm like, nope, I'm the real deal. Nice to meet you. You're going to have to shake it. Just try. I'm like, man, sorry about your skeleton. You know, are you like a doctor or something? He's like, nah, you know, I'm just a fan. Like, a fan of doctors? He's like, nah, man, I'm a fan of like bones and stuff. I'm like, you're even better than I thought. Come here, give me a kiss, you know? And we made out, and then we both shared the bottom bunk, you know? It was very wholesome. His name's Raphael, a different Ninja Turtle. Great guy, though. Great guy. Shouts out, Ralph. He's in, I think he's back home in the Philippines, but he'll be back someday, hopefully. Geez, what do I want to do next? I used to live in Dundee, Michigan, and if you don't know Dundee, that's just Cabela's. That's all. See, whenever I say that, everyone's like, yeah, yeah, Dundee, we love it. We got guns and racism. That's all we have there. It kind of sucks. I used to work at Splash Universe, which is the water park / hotel. And it was my first job. I started there as a janitor, which I think is kind of fucked up. I was the only disabled kid working there, and they were like, yeah, you're perfect. Clean those toilets. Like, but that was the only job I ever got tipped in, right? If you saw someone like me struggling to mop up human shit, you'd give me $3. Like, I got bumped up, though. I got bumped up as in I begged, like, can I just not clean toilets? And they were like, why didn't you just say so? I looked there for like an entire summer. I'm like, I could have just said, hey, can I not clean toilets? And they're like, that's cool, dude. Like, yeah, you can work with children. That's way better, right? Wrong. I hate kids. How many times I've heard the same insult over and over, just in different tones of, why your hands like that? And I have to resist the urge to be like, why is your daddy drinking on Wednesday? You know, we don't even serve alcohol here. I have to fight the urge to not hit a child. And it gets harder every day, you know? And I think I'm the only one here who could say that. I think it'd be weird if any of you were like, I also love to hit kids. Can't punch. I got bumped up to the arcade. There's nothing really that interesting about that. But then I got bumped up again to the escape room. Has anybody here ever been to Splash? Anybody? It's kind of close. Good. Lucky you. Like, and whenever I do that joke and someone's like, yeah, I've been to Splash, I'm like, cool. You definitely let your kids play in radiated water. That's, I don't know if you've ever, anybody done an escape room. Oh, fuck yeah. Yours is probably way better than the one I did. What's your escape room called? It's probably got a cool name. Do you know? Can you tell me the name? I'm curious. See, that sounds sick. Our escape room was called The Escape Room. Big shocker. That was already taken. So we were up and running for 3 days and we got a cease and desist. And then we just had to stop advertising it. So nobody knew where it was. And it was tucked away in the third floor. It was tucked away on the third floor of the hotel. So like drunk old people would stumble in and be like, is this where the water park is? I'm like, yeah, we keep the water park on the third floor. That structurally makes sense. Nobody ever done it. My job there was to run the cameras. If you ever done an escape room, I'm watching you. That's how it works. There's some Igor looking dude watching you. My job was to run the cameras, and I would also like converse with the people in the escape room, because if you do an escape room, if you're really bad, like most people, there's usually like a phone you can call and call for hints. The issue is, though, the escape room in Dundee, Michigan is rigged, so you can't win. So I had to give people fake hints. So some and keep in mind, the people who would come here just total white trash, the kinds of people who would vacation to a hunting emporium. So not good. So it'd be some white trash family just yelling at each other, and they'd call and they'd be like, we don't know how to solve the Rubik's Cube. I'd be like, if you tried yelling at your son more, I think that's a great idea. You've clearly been trying that for the past 20 minutes. I think you should keep it up. The escape room at the hotel was hotel room themed. They literally just took a hotel room and they had like a buzzer in it. And that wasn't the theme. The story of the escape room was a terrorist hid a bomb in this room, find it in an hour or it explodes. I got to scream the word terrorist at 8-year-old children. It was awesome. Immediately, like, people would do the craziest shit to find hints. Like, one time I let a white trash hunting family in, and some guy immediately pulls out a knife and tries to cut open the mattress. Like, we didn't give him a weapon. He brought it from home. And I had to immediately break immersion, call him up, be like, hey, buddy, there's no hint in the mattress. No outside weapons. Oh, man. Hitting kids is bad, but you guys play video games? There's not a lot of video games where you can hit kids. This might divide some of you, but hear me out. And that's good, but there's a lot of video games where it would make sense for you to be allowed to hit kids. And I think it's kind of weird that it's not a feature in some of those games. For example, the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. That's a game where you kill dragons, you can rob houses, you can commit political espionage, but there are kids walking around. They're invincible. They're invincible. You can run up, slash a kid with a sword, nothing happens. And honestly, that breaks the immersion for me. It's like, I just killed 5 dragons, but I can't kill little Timmy who's just walking around. This game's breaking my immersion so bad, I want to go out and do something with my life. Grand Theft Auto. That's a game where all you do is shoot people, not kids. There's no kids even in that game because they know that'd be the first thing you try to do. You're like, I'm going to fight these kids. The Sims, that's a game about sweet home life and career building. You can totally kill kids in that game. They practically encourage it. There's so many different ways to hurt kids in that game. And it always sounds kind of fucked up when people ask you about, they're like, Jacob, can you kill kids in The Sims 3? And I got to be like, yeah, but you got to try really hard. You got to really want to hurt those kids. I don't know. Oh, man. That one's... Oh, man. Does anybody see? Maybe I need therapy. Does anybody here go therapy? Hell yeah. It's good. Thumbs up. I'm trying. It's there. It's a phantom thumbs up. But I think it's bad because you can have bad therapists, which is no good. That's a job where everybody needs to be good. It's therapy. I've never had a bad therapist, but I've had a fresh therapist. You know, where they still got the student debt, so they're more depressed than you are. I saw a therapist when I was in junior. It's kind of dark, but I think it's funny. I saw a therapist when I was a junior in high school, and I was very depressed. And my therapist was like, well, Jacob, it seems like you're passively suicidal. And I was like, that doesn't even sound bad. I was like, that sounds good. And he's like, kinda. It means that you want to die, but you don't have the guts to do it. I'm like, you sure you want to phrase? That kind of sounds like an insult, Doc. Like, I don't have the guts? I'll show you guts. Is that what you want me to react? Like, I'll fuck you up, dude. He's good now. He was a Christian. He was like a weird Christian therapist, but like he didn't bring it up, and I respected that. That's all that is. Oh man, I like to hit people. It's a weird pivot. Here's my thing with hitting people, though, is everybody, do you know how many people ask me to hit them? A weird amount, right? And it's really insulting because it's like they think it's not going to hurt. I'm like, I don't know whether to think that's an insult on my hands or like the rest of my body. Like, bro, I'm tough as shit. Like, if you don't think it's going to hurt, I'm going to hit you so hard it kills me now. I'm going to put all my force into it. Hit me, dude, bro, hit me. It's not even going to hurt. I'm like, dude, bones hurt. I hit lots of stuff, bro. I hit walls, dude. I hit men, and that's about it. That's all I hit. But That's kind of all you can really hit and be cool. It'd be pretty weird if I came up here and I was like, yup, dude, I hit men, I hit women, I hit sheep, bro, I hit everything, dude. Nothing's safe from these fists of fury. Bro, hit me so hard, it won't even hurt. Like, you trying to look cool in front of your girlfriend, bro? Like, is your girlfriend, are you just sitting there like, bro, my girlfriend will get so wet if I let this cripple hit me in the face? Like, that's going to do it. Whenever they ask me that, I always leave out that I have metal studs in my arms. So it really hurts. And don't be surprised. Like, you think these things are held together by like popsicle sticks and Elmer's glue? Nah, there's artillery in these bitches. I think I got my love of hitting people from this Vietnam War vet who used to babysit me. That sounds bad, but it is bad, but whatever. And we used to play this game when I was a kid where he would let me punch him in the face, and that was the game. And as a 6-year-old, pretty fucking fun game. You're like, I get to hit this adult in the face, and he doesn't even care? Go time. One time we were playing that game, though, and I hit him in the face, and he turns around and he decks me right in the nose. And then he stands over me all scary, and he's like, Jacob, let this be a lesson to you. When you're a child, you can hurt people all the time, and there will be no backlash. But when you're an adult and you hurt someone, they will hurt you back just as hard. And I'm like, great lesson. But I'm still going to tell my dad, you hit a 6-year-old in the face. I feel that's a lesson that could be taught to a child without fists, but you go, Bruce. That's his name. His name's Bruce Kibbe. We're on live. Fuck you. He was like 60. Like, he might be dead now, but like, good. We don't need Bruce. Oh, man. I didn't do a lot during all this pandemic stuff. I did a lot of sitting. I actually got in shape, which is cool. I gained 25 pounds, which means before this, not too good. But now, meh. Now I'm doing. Now I got game, bro. I did it. I got ordained. You can check my LinkedIn. It's fucking there. That's all that's there. It was arcade worker and minister. That's all. That is a very weird chain of events. I don't know if you've ever been ordained, but you can get ordained for the low price of signing up for an email newsletter. That's all it takes. It took like 5 minutes. I get my pamphlet in the mail, and I got to learn all about how to perform marriage ceremonies for like 5 pages. And then I got to learn about how to perform pagan rituals for 25 pages. By page 3, I was like, this feels a little niche. I'm trying to learn where the ring bearer stands, not where we mount the goat's head. I'm like, I already know where we mount the goat's head. It's just weird, man. I don't remember how the rest of that joke goes. So we're just going to skip over that. But the moral of the story is I'm a minister. So if you have a wedding, I will ruin it. I will ruin those pictures. Strikingly pale. Oh, man. I actually did a lot of the newer stuff I wanted to do. So where am I at? I don't even know. I'll just do some more jokes though. Let's see. I've also been arrested a couple times for fighting, as we've stated. One time, this is probably I'll probably end with this. I have this weird reaction though, because like I think if I ever went to prison, it would create a weird dynamic with prisoners. It's like they'd either think I was innocent or that I did some really creepy shit. Like, if I got to do it, inmates would be like, yeah, you probably didn't do that, bro. But if I were arrested for, let's say, illegally reselling Pop-Tarts in individual packaging, inmates would be like, book them. We got them. Do you have any of the cinnamon ones? The first time I almost got arrested, I was 14. I think my girlfriend's mom is watching this, so that's kind of funny. I was 14 years old. I was pulled out of my drug dealer's car. And it was the middle of winter, and we were calling a bunch of weed stuff. And the cop brings me up to the car, and he's like, son, what's your reason for smoking dope? You're only 14. And I was just like terrified because I'm like, I'm about to lie to this cop real hard. Tell me what you think of this lie. He's like, son, what's your reason for smoking dope? You're only 14. I just raised my hands slowly in the air. I'm like, makes my hands not hurt. Now the cop has the same scared look on his face that I do. And he's like, that's a pretty good reason, actually. Shit. Do you want it back? We don't want to put you in pain, I guess. That's not really our job. Well, it is our job now, but and then I got to go. But people always like, Jacob, you got arrested. Could they handcuff you? And I say, nah, they just trust me, All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much. This has been super fun. Thank you.
Woo! Keep it going for Jacob Barr. Woo! Nothing in there. No party foul. You can see him tomorrow night on the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase Facebook Live, right? 7:30. More Jake Barr. Oh my God, so fun. Thanks so much, audience. You're the best. It really is so good to have you here. Hearing laughing loud for real is really good. So yeah, we've got our final comic coming up right now who has done the Ohm show before and drove all the way over here from Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Muskegon. Holy crap. So happy you were able to come back, and thanks so much for making the trip. Let's give it up for Ricarlo Winston.
Thank you. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. I'm not ready yet. Keep clapping. I wish I could like use that in everyday life. You know what I mean? Like in the bedroom. Like, keep clapping. I'm not ready yet. Keep clapping. He's a performer. What's up? How we doing, guys? What's up? I like how we lose like one person per comic. That's a good ratio. But we're still here. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited to be here. You guys ever like realize when you get in public that the mirrors at your house are way too forgiving? You know what I mean? Like, you get out and you're like, this does not fucking work. Like, Jesus, I need to get more honest mirrors. Get rid of them funhouse mirrors I have in there. It's fucking crazy. Crazy is gonna be fun. So crazy times we're in, huh? This shit's fucked up. Did anybody do anything productive with their time? Jacob said he lost weight or gained weight. He was active. I like that. Everybody's like, no, we didn't do shit. We just smoked weed and watched porn, brother. That's all we did. I like that. I want at the beginning of the pandemic, I had a goal. I wanted to work on something. I wanted to start a I wanted to start a Pornhub channel with my girlfriend, and I wanted to call it Black on Black Crime, but I was afraid nobody would talk about it. but I think now's the time to do it because it like just comes up in every conversation at work. So I'm just like, now's the time for Black on Black. Nice. This is nice. I'm from Muskegon. Hold your applause. That's the correct response for that. From Muskegon, I had a very unique childhood growing up in Muskegon. I was raised by two Black Catholic Republicans. Exactly. That is as bad as it seems. Like my parents they were good intentioned, but they were just a little bit lame. You know what I mean? Like they were just a little bit lame, and they would try to do like cool things for me, but they would fuck it up with their lameness. You know, like I remember this one time I went to my parents. I was like, guys, I need to learn how to dance. I was like, there's many a battle I'm losing out there, and I need to learn how to do something. And they were like, okay, we got you, little buddy. Then they proceeded to sign me up for tap dance and ballet classes. I was like, this is not what the fuck I'm talking about. This is not. Y'all ever been in the middle of a dance battle and you're like, hold on, I got on the wrong shoes for this occasion? Like, that's how the fuck you get served. You know? Fucked up, man. My parents had the great idea. They decided to send me to a all-white private Catholic school. That was not good. It wasn't. Because it was weird because like all the kids in my class, I was the only Black kid in my whole class. And like they would come to me for like their insight into, the hood, but the problem was I didn't know anything about the hood either because my parents were the way they were. So they would just be like, Ricardo, man, explain Jordans to us. And I was like, Tom, I don't fucking get it either, man. I just wear Converse, buddy. I don't know what to tell you, man. What to tell you. It was messed up. I decided to like what I called regain my Blackness when I was 18. It was an awful idea because I tried thugging for 4 years. that did not work out for me because like I quickly learned that low self-esteem and anxiety does not a drug kingpin make. It doesn't. It does. And I was like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna sell drugs. And like I tried to sell crack for a summer. That did not fucking work out. It didn't. It didn't. Like, cause like I cared about presentation, so it took me forever to put the crack in the bag because I wanted it to be perfect for my customers. You know what I mean? Like, I fucking care. I did. I had low self esteem. I was just anxious all the time out there on the block. You know what I mean? Like, and I wasn't cool. You know, I wasn't like cool and laid back, so I couldn't like accept the like drug dealer compliments that they got. You know what I mean? Because like a cool drug dealer, you be like, "Damn, man, that's a nice watch." He's like, "Yeah, man, 3,000. Keep it moving, baby." Like that's cool. You know what I mean? I was not like that at all. I wasn't. I remember this one time, this crackhead came up to me and was like, "Damn, Ricardo, you got the best shit in town." And I was just like, "Shucks, you think?" Like, thank you, sir. Like that's not fucking cool, you know. I'm like, fucking. I hear Malik shit's pretty fire this week, but I'll take it. You know? That's not cool. It's not how drug dealers act. You're not that fucking giddy. It's not like messed up. I learned things about myself. Like I learned when I was drug dealing that I couldn't do math in stressful situations. You know what I mean? Like, you know how embarrassing it is for a crackhead to be like, "Nigga, is that a calculator?" You like, I gave you $80. Like, just, it's simple math, man. Hold the fuck on, motherfucker. Do I gotta carry the one? Like, what the fuck? Didn't work out. Didn't work out for me. And also, I was adopted, so my parents were like actually my aunt and uncle, but they were like old. Also, they were old Black Catholic Republicans, so it just keeps getting better. Like growing up in my house, like my friends, because I lived in the inner city, but I went to like a private school, you know, so I went outside the inner city, you know. So I had like kind of the same experiences as my friends did, but not quite. Because like my friends at home, they're like, "Damn, Ricardo, man, when I get up on Saturday and I hear my fucking Diana Ross, I know we cleaning all day, bro." I'm like, yeah, it's something like that in my house. Like when I get up on Saturday and I hear that sweet, sweet Tom Jones, I know we're cleaning all day. Like it wasn't the same, man. It wasn't the same. I grew up in two different worlds though. It was cool, but like I would get made fun of for the same thing, just in two different ways, depending on if I was at school or if I was like at home, you know. Like at school, all my friends were like, "Ugh, Ricardo, you had to learn how to swim in a public pool." That's so unfortunate. I learned how to swim in my backyard. It sucks to be you. And like when I was back home, all my friends were like, "Wait, you learned how to swim?" We live by a lake. It's a basic life skill. You should look into it. Um, like I said, man, I was adopted. My older aunt and uncle. My parents were old. Anybody have old parents here? Just a few of you guys, yeah, maybe you can relate to this. My parents were like 50 years old when they adopted me, so they weren't quite sure how to raise me, so they just raised me to be one of them. So this raised me to be like a young ass old dude. Um, So like to this very day, my favorite candy is peanut brittle. You know, like all my friends get checks for $5 on their birthday. You know, like you know how much it sucked having to go to bed at the same time that my parents went to bed. Like it'd be like 8 o'clock in the summertime. You know, and they're like, "It's time for bed, little buddy." I'm like, "But Matlock is still on, guys. I gotta. He's just getting to the hot dog. I need to." My friends would like call me up, messing with me all the time. Like, "Man, are you in bed already?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in bed." And get the hell off my grass. Like, it's just a young ass old dude. And like, I was a little nerdy kid, believe it or not. I was a little nerdy kid, so I didn't like know good insults and stuff like that. So I had to try to use my parents' old time insults. That never worked out the way I wanted it to. Like, you ever get into an argument with a girl and you accidentally call her a hussy? You ever tried that and still win the argument? That's not how it works. She doesn't know what it means. She thinks it's some new age compliment, like, "Ooh, girl, he called me a hussy." That's a honey that hustle. No, it ain't. It's not what the fuck that is at all, ma'am. It's not. Yeah, I was adopted. That was cool. Um, like most adopted people, I want to look into like my lineage and where I came from. So I did some research, and then guys, in my research, I discovered that my biological father was a pimp. Exactly. That's the correct response for that. It is. Because like most times when I tell people that, they're like, "Oh man, your dad was a pimp, so he had all the hoes, huh?" And I'm just like, according to the prosecutor, like, ran a tight ship, I hear. But like, you guys know the cool thing about having a pimp dad? Exactly nothing. There wasn't nothing. Like, I couldn't tell my friends about this dude. Like, I couldn't take him to career day at school. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? Like, I'm just like, here's my dad, Silky. Like, and he's just like, hey, baby. Like, any of you little bitches want a job? Like, pimp, dad, calm down. This is the 8th grade. Chill out. Like, you wild, son. Like, it's my life, it's my family, man. My family's crazy. My brother, okay, so my brother, he just got home from what he likes to call an extended vacation, but the Michigan penal system calls prison. And he was in there for like a real long time, and I didn't realize how long he was in there till he started asking me questions once he got out, like when he got out, he was like, "Hey, bro, man, you got any special movies for me?" I'm like, what are you talking about now? He's like, "Come on, man, I'm lonely, baby. You got any adult features?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" The one day he just got pissed off, was like, "Damn it, do you got any porno tapes?" And I was like, "Porno tapes? No, no, I don't have tapes of anything anymore, And I'm not a fucking monster. I don't own hard copy porn. Like, I get it on my phone like regular people, like, that's still crazy to think about, though. It's like there's still places you can go and buy porn DVDs. What the fuck for? Like, that's disgusting. Like, I feel like you should have like a higher level of shame than that, for real. Because like personally, I'm the kind of guy who still waits till there's nobody in the gas station to buy condoms. Like, that's who I am. That's the shame I have in myself. But people who buy porn are just like, "Yep, you know what I'm doing with it. I know what I'm doing with it. Cool. See you later." Ew. That's gross. But like weirder than that is you can rent porn from Family Video. Ugh. That's just taking it to the counter like, "I'll be right back." Like, no, you hold on to that, buddy. You hold on to that. And a question I've always had is like, why do you got to go through the saloon doors to get to the porn at Family Video? Like, what does jerking off in the Old West have to do with each other? Maybe it's like a quick draw thing. I don't know. Like, one thing I like to do, and I suggest everybody try it, is I wait till there's only one person inside of the porn room in Family Video, and then I kick the door and like, "I'm here to beat my meat." Just like, just like a horny Yosemite Sam. It's great fun. They drop everything in their hand. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm easily entertained, guys. I am. It's my family. It's my family. I need my family, though. I do, because they support me in comedy. I've been doing comedy for like 6 years, and I have lofty goals. Like my major goals. I want to be on TV, guys. I do. I want to be on TV, and I have what I think is a pretty good idea for a TV show, and this is the perfect room to run it against. All right. So this is my idea for my TV show. Don't tell anybody. Facebook. Don't tell anybody. All right. So my idea for my TV show is, first off, I dress up as a middle-aged white man. And then I have conversations with closet racists. Then at the end of the show, I reveal myself, and we call that show, "No, say that shit again." I think it's like a racist to catch a predator. You know what I mean? I think there's a market for it. I do. I think there's a market for it. I feel like I have to hurry up and get on TV because I feel like my hot window is closing. Thank God I have a girlfriend, because like my hot window is closing. I'm getting older, and like, ladies, I get it. I'm very self-aware. Like, I'm on the upper end of like regular looking dudes. You know what I mean? Like, you shook your head way too aggressively. Like, you agreed way too hard. You're fucking right, and don't you forget it. You're a Midwest 7 at best. Like, calm down. Like, don't- you go to Chicago, you're a 3. Like, chill out. No. Like, yeah, I'm on the upper end of like regular looking dudes, you know. Like a lady will give me a second look, but that second look is usually disappointed. You know what I mean? Okay, you guys felt okay, cool. You guys believe in me. I like that. I like that. I'm getting older too. I don't like getting older. I'm 37, and I realize that's not like AARP old. Like I get that, but I'm definitely to the age where I need like a short nap to wake up from a really long nap. You know what I mean? Just like, ugh, I need another 15 after that 45. Like shit, I need to wake up. Like I felt like the older I got, things were start to make sense more to me. Like certain things do. Like I'm at the age now where I understand Arby's as a dining choice. Because think about it, like Arby's is definitely for adults. It's not for kids at all. It's not. And you know Arby's is for kids because their most popular flavor of shake is coffee flavor. That's disgusting. It is. Like if you were to ask a 7-year-old, hey man, you want to go to McDonald's or you want to go to Arby's? And they were like, I want to go to Arby's. You'd be like, that's a weird fucking kid. That's a weird kid. Like you wouldn't let your kids play with the Arby's kid at school. Is what I'm saying. Like, no, you can't go to Sebastian's house this weekend. He calls his mom mother in fun merriment. No, it's not happening. Like the older I get, the more I'm worried that I'm not gonna develop old man strength. I'm not. Like I need old man strength because my son's to the age where he's gonna try to kick my ass soon, and I need that to fight him off. I do. I need that. But like, unfortunately, I didn't live a old man strength life up to this point. Like by the time my dad was 21, he was in the Air Force, owned a house, started a family, all these great things. Like I'm 37 and last week I had a minor anxiety attack in line at Walmart because the lady behind me breathed a little bit too hard when I was trying to put my card back in my wallet. You ever have that where it's just like you're like, I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Like that's not how you fucking become a man. It's not. So I'm worried about that. I'm worried about it. Like, and if we're being honest, I know I'm not gonna get old man strength because I can't read a map to save my fucking life. I can't. I don't. I can't do it. I wish I could. It's a skill I don't have. Like I remember growing up and going on road trips, and my dad would have the map scrawled off across the dashboard. Look at it for 2 seconds. He's like, "Haha, we're off." And I'm just like, "Whoa, Magellan, where the fuck we going?" Like you looked at some squiggly lines on some paper. I don't trust you right now. You know, my kids aren't gonna have those kinds of memories. You know, like my kids are gonna have memories of me arguing with the GPS lady on my phone. Like we're a couple that's still together because the sex is good. Like I fucking hate you, but I still kind of need you right now. So work with me. That's not how you become a man. That's not how you get old man strength. Not. And I'm worried about fighting my son because I had time to reflect while I was, locked up. Locked up. This is we weren't locked up. We were locked down. Fuck. Maybe I just told on myself and I was locked up. What's up? They called me for that crack from back in the day. You know, that's not true. Like I thought I was thinking back in my life and I realized, guys, I've never been in a fight before, ever. And I don't mean like in my adult life. I just mean period. Like people never let me fight. Like every time I was getting ready to get in a fight, somebody would always stop in and be like, he's too fucking adorable. Like leave him the fuck alone. And I would just get out of fights like all the time. Like I wish I could fight. You know, I wish I knew what I was doing. But at this point, I'm just afraid to get into a fight because I don't know what my body's gonna do in a fight. Like I don't know how I'm gonna react. Like what if I flinch? Like what if I'm one of those guys? And I do it in public. Like have you ever been out with your friends and seen a fight break out and seeing the first guy flinch and you're like, ooh, I like the twitchy one. Like that's not something that fucking happens. It's not. And then like if I twitch, I put me and the other guy in a bad situation because A, I look like a pussy. And at this point, if he doesn't knock me out, he's a bigger pussy. Yeah, just like that guy flinched and put himself in perfect victim stance, Like, that's a new one. I'm working on it, whatever. We'll move on. We'll move on to something better. Y'all high in this motherfucker? What's up? Who's high? Hell yeah. I'm high as shit. Like high as shit, man. I like getting high. I realize sometimes I get a little bit too high. Like you guys ever get so high that you wait for a stop sign to turn green? That you just like the cars behind you are honking. You're like, motherfucker, I can't run this sign. I got weed on. It's cool. I like smoking weed. I do. I have bad habits when I smoke. This is dumb. I have bad habits when I smoke because like I feel like we're family at this point because this is a tight knit group. Guys, when I smoke, I often like to watch porn afterwards, but like the problem is I'm so high, I forget that I watched the porn. And then, like, halfway through, I have like a masturbatory deja vu moment. And I'm like, I know what comes next. Hey, yo. Me, I come next. That's what I was getting at. Oh man, what do we talk about next? I haven't done comedy in so long. I was like, what if I forget how to be funny? And I have. So it's no. I'm worried about my generation, guys. I am. I'm worried about my generation because like I feel like you can judge generations behind like the ghosts that they leave behind. And I don't think that we're gonna leave behind very good ghosts, guys. I don't. Because like they come from hardship, they come from struggle, you know what I mean? Like, where's the best ghost come from? Anybody? Come on, the Civil War, guys. The Civil War was like the all-star draft of ghosts. Just think about it. You're just laying in bed, and like a lonely soldier floats to the edge of your bed, and he's like, "Did Martha get the letter?" You're just like, shit, I don't know, Jedediah. I don't know. I'll find out. Like you'll get out of bed and you're like, fuck your phone. You'll go to like your laptop for this and you'll Google, did Martha get the letter? Okay, she got it. We're good, Jedediah. She got the letter. She got it, But like, think about the ghost that we're gonna leave behind. A fucking millennial ghost. Like a Pilates instructor named Tiffany hung you because there's too much gluten in your diet. Just think like you're laying in bed and this time just like a barista named Chad with a man bun floats to the edge of your bed and he's like, bro, what's your Wi-Fi password? The Wi-Fi in purgatory sucks. It's like, damn it, I've told you 1,000 times it's black on black crime 2020. That's what my Wi-Fi password is. This is fun. This is fun. This is going well. I believe it. I like to take high showers. You guys ever take high showers? And that's like the cleanest you'll ever fucking be. It's great. Like I realized once when I was taking a high shower that I have to change the way that I shower because I realized that the order in which I washed up was I went ass, balls, face. And that's not something you should do. It's not like I'm a father. I just ass face myself. That's fucking disgusting. uh, I do. I am a parent. We got any other parents in here? Probably not. You are a young crowd, except for you, sir. It's okay. Sorry. It's a disguise. I like it. It's working. I believe it is working. I have kids. I think it's crazy that like you don't have to have any kind of training to have kids at all. You can just do it, and that's insane. Like, like having kids is like somebody's just coming up to you and gives you the most advanced piece of technology on the planet with no instructions, and are like, "Good luck," and you're just like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "Don't drop it; you'll fuck it up." Like that's the only that's the only advice they give you for leaving the hospital. Don't drop it. I had my first like special moment in parenting. As right after my son was born. He was probably like a few hours old. It was just me and him. His mom completely knocked out, like she had done all the work or something. Whatever. I took a nap for 3 hours during the birth, so that's what I had to do. No. It was just me and my son, and like we had this real tender moment. I'm looking down at him like, man, it's just me and you. I got your back, and he kind of like smiles at me, and I'm like, oh. Then he just like spray shits on the wall behind me. And I'm like having to matrix the shit. You ever have to matrix some shit? That's not something you should have to do. And I realized that's what parenting's a lot like. It's like precious moments followed by complete bullshit. It is. It's like he's like, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. I love my kids. I do. I love my kids. I felt like I was doing a good job parenting till this one time. I have a son and a daughter. My son's older, and I was sent my son in to go wake up his daughter. Wait, no. See, this is all fucked up. I'm too high. And let's rewind that joke. Can we edit this? Is it live? It's live. Okay, let's rewind the joke and come back into it. Uh I like being a parent, and I forgot the rest of that fucking joke. I got it. Yes, I wish like I could get away with the things that kids could get away with. That was the fucking joke. Anyways, I wish I could get away with things. I wish I could get away with things that like kids can get away with, because kids can get away with pretty much anything, and there's not really much consequence, you know. Like and a perfect example of this is one time I sent my son in to wake up his younger sister, and I hear from my daughter's room, Jayla, wake up, Jayla, wake up. And my daughter says to her older brother, look, man, you say my name again, and I'm going to spit in your face. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I run in, the concerned parent I am, and I'm like, Jayla, why would you say that? And she looks at me and she's just like, because I was cranky, daddy. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, that's all sins forgiven. You're cranky. You should have made sure she was awake first. It's your own fault. I can't get away with that, though, as an adult. I wish I could. I can't get away with that. Like, I can't be at work and they're like, Ricardo, have you sent those emails? Have you filed those reports? And I'm just like, Casey, look, you say my name again, I'm going to spit in your face. like, what the fuck you mean I'm fired? I was cranky. Like, it doesn't work the same for adults. It doesn't. Kids get to be honest in a way that adults can't be. That's awesome, you know. Like I remember one time I dropped my daughter off, and one of her friends ran up, poked me in the stomach, was like, "Ha ha, you fat," and just ran away. And I was like, you know what? She's right. Like, she's right. You know, I wanted to clip her, but she was too fucking quick for me. You know, it's crazy having kids, especially like doing comedy and having kids. You know, because like you have content and stuff that's just out there. You don't know everything that's out there all the time. You know, you don't know if it's good or bad, you know. But like, I remember this one time my son came up to me. He was like, Dad, all my friends saw some of your videos over the weekend, and they said you need to work on your timing. And I was just like, A, tell them little motherfuckers I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. And B, what are them kids doing on Pornhub? You can't hang out with them no more. Those are bad influences on you, sir. And my timing is impeccable. Like, that's oh, it's messed up. Messed up. I keep like looking at myself right there, and I realize like I'm at a point in my fitness journey where I either need to lose weight or I either need to gain so much weight that my clothes no longer wrinkle. Like, that's, and I think I think the fat's gonna win. I think it is. It is. No, I'm gonna leave you guys with one. How much time? Where am I at? I'll keep going. Shit, like I got more. All right. No, I do. I have more. I can't think of it right now because I'm so fucking high. What if? Oh, we have drinkers. Or you guys more smokers? You guys more smokers or drinkers? Smokers. I'm strictly a smoker at this point in my life. I can't drink anymore. I can't drink at all. And the crazy thing is, like, when you tell people that you don't drink, they take personal offense to that. Like, what do you mean you don't drink? Maybe it's just beer. You're just allergic to beer. Like, allergic to beer? Is that a thing? I just don't like to drink. You just need to drink liquor. Oh, so I need to get more fucked up, is what you're saying. Okay, cool. Cool. Like, I tried to drink 3 beers 2 weeks ago, and I threw up. Like, that shit was awful. I hate drinking. I had to give it up. I had to give it up because I make like bad choices when I drink, and it leads to me having too many what I like to call werewolf wake ups. And if you don't know what a werewolf wake up is, That's when you wake up after like a hard night of drinking, like a really hard night of drinking. Your body's all achy, you're naked, you don't remember anything that happened the night before. You look over, there's a carcass in your bed. You didn't get his or hers name. So you just like gather your clothes and run off into the woods. You ever been drunk like that on a Tuesday? Like you ever just been just fucked up. Like I knew I had to get it together. This is embarrassing as fuck. Like I knew I had to get it together because I did a werewolf wake up right in the middle of biology class at the University of Michigan. And I went to Ferris. So I was like, how the fuck did I get here? Like I can't afford to be in this class. Like, let me get the fuck out of here. Shit. Oh man. We got people dating. You guys doing the dating thing out here? Yeah, cool. Yes, nice. Dating. Yeah, a little bit. You said you were doing Tinder a little bit. I was on Tinder some years ago, and I had a foolproof plan to get matches. Like I would just swipe right on everybody. Like that was just hold my phone over my head and just fucking make it rain. You know what I mean? That's what I used to do. But I was like bad at dating. Like I was like bad because I'm not smooth. I don't feel like I'm smooth because like black guys are supposed to be smooth and have like swag. And I have none of that because like I put this outfit together and I tried hard. You know what I mean? I was like, ooh shit, they ain't ready. Like y'all was ready. You guys are fine. I don't have swag, man. My cousin, I wish I had swag, because my cousin, like, he has all the swag I was supposed to get in the gene pool. I just got the height, you know what I mean? But like, he's so smooth. I don't even call him by his real name. I just call him Smooth A. For real, man. Because he can say whatever he wants to a girl and it works because he says it with confidence. If you say anything with confidence, it usually works. Like I remember this one time, he's from Kalamazoo, and I went down there to visit him. We're in this club. These 3 ridiculously good-looking girls walk in. And Smooth A is like, oh, shoot, Rick, I'm about to go get one. I'm like, oh, all right, cuz, let me watch you work. All right. And this is exactly what he said to her. He walks across the room and he said, I just want to let you know, I saw you from across the room, and I'm just trying to find out if you taste as good as you look. And I was like, ew. Like, that's what you say to your food. You don't fucking say that to people. That's disgusting. But it worked because he said it was confident. So he comes back, girl in tow. And he's like, Rick, go get her friend. She's waiting for you. And I was like, I don't know about that. Like, I put this outfit together once again, and I tried. I might not be the man for the mission. He was like, just go do it. And I was like, okay, all right. But like, I'm not smooth, but I'm very big in the human interaction. Like if I say this, a normal person will respond like this, right? So in my mind, I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna say. I had very, very good things to say when I just turned into Trump for a second. I have very good words to say, I'm a fucking idiot. No, like in my mind, I had like real smooth thing to say, and it was gonna work. But the problem is, the closer I got to this girl, the better looking she got, and the better looking she got, the more nervous I got. The more nervous I got, the more nerdy I got. And like, what I wanted to say and what I did say are 2 very different things. Like what I wanted to say was, hi, I saw you from across the room, and I just wanted to come over here because I had to hear what an angel's whisper sounds like. Like in my mind, that was smooth. Your reaction, it was not. That's cool. But like what I actually said when I got over there was just like, Power Rangers, fuck. And I was like, did I say that out loud? Like people heard that? Like I fucking said Power Rangers. Like what if she's a Green Ranger girl? I'm more of a White Ranger kind of guy. The shit might even work out anyways. Like those are the problems that I have when I try to date. I'm gonna leave you guys with a little bit of relationship advice. This goes for married people who've been in relationships for a long time. I feel like when you've been in a long-term relationship, your porn habits have to change. They do. Like I feel like your porn habits have to change because like that's one of the reasons people feel unfulfilled in their relationships and stuff, because they're watching porn and they're getting all these crazy ideas. They're like, nipple clamps. That's a good idea. They're like, baby, order nipple clamps. And then she orders the nipple clamps and they come in 2 days because you guys got Amazon Prime because you're smart shoppers. And then like you put the nipple clamps on and you're like, this is fucking stupid. And you smack them and they're like, bang. Like the only reason that seemed like a good idea is because you were watching that scene on like a Friday night and it was all hot. Like, watch that same shit on a Monday afternoon after a conference call. You're gonna be like, I am fucking disgusting. Like, this is what it takes to get me there. Gross. Like, I'm a firm believer that there should be a genre of porn dedicated to married people sex. I do. And I don't mean like amateur porn, because obviously we have that, you know. I mean like real life married people scenarios. So like the first 10 minutes of the scene is the couple even deciding if they even have the energy to fuck that night or not, you know. And the husband's like, come on, it's been a week, you know. And the wife's like, I mean, I took a shower, but I didn't take like a shower, so I don't know. And then she's like, you know what? Fuck it. Linda's been a bitch at work anyways. And then they like peel off their comfy clothes and proceed to have the hottest one leg out of sweatpants missionary sex that like you've ever seen. But then like 3 minutes in, the husband catches an ass cramp. He's like, get on top. You know, and the wife's like, you know, I hate getting on top because I'm all jiggly once I'm up there. So she gets on top. A minute later, she's off because she's not feeling that shit. Now he's hitting it from the back, and she's like, hey, when you get better to come, you better not get that shit near my face. This ain't your fucking birthday. And then like a 3-year-old bursts into the room. He sees his dad's naked thrusting ass. He thinks that's hilarious. So he's just standing there like, daddy, but. And the mom's like, get Tanner out of here. Then I close my laptop and I'm done for the afternoon. I think that's how porn should be when you're in a relationship. Thank you guys. I'm Ricarlo Winston. That's in my time.
Keep it going for Ricarlo and Jake Barr and Connor Meade and Om of Medicine. Oh my gosh. Happy birthday, Om. You've meant so much to me for the last 10 years. Thanks for hosting live comedy and being awesome in general. Thank you, audience. Thank you, Facebook Live. Anna. Good night.